All right, hey y'all. As I'm sitting here on this beautiful day, it was placed on my spirit and on my heart of how social media and food is making us sick. Sick physically, sick mentally, sick emotionally, because we were not created to consume. We were created to create. Look at this beautiful world. Like, I'm looking at this beautiful world, looking at just all these intricate details, looking at the clouds, looking at the sky, looking at the trees, and how everything just is so perfectly created. So much detail, so much purpose behind everything in this world, everything in nature. And that same creator created us to create on this earth. I look at planes in the sky. Someone had to literally think of that and build it and create it. Somehow find a way to get it to work, and we just fly on these big machines that someone had as an idea before. Me and my husband were literally talking about this last night. And just thinking about cars, like I'm sitting in my car. Somebody was like, I want to be able to get somewhere faster, but I have to think and create a way to do that. And just the evidence of all these amazing inventions that we have clearly show that we're creators. We're supposed to be creating. But in this world, especially now, I feel with social media being added onto it, we are consuming too much. And consuming too much comes with consequences, because we weren't created to just sit here and consume. So I'll start with just the simple thing, which is food. We eat too much food. You know how it is when you eating too much food and you just getting sick. Like, it's almost making you nauseous because you're eating too much. Your stomach is starting to hurt. You're feeling sluggish. You're feeling tired. Especially if it's something that's processed or not good for us. And then on top of that, that's just the right now consequences. And on top of that, later on, we start to gain weight. We start to have sicknesses, illnesses, diseases, all because we're consuming too much food, too much stuff. Now let's go on a different level, a more abstract level, which is social media. We're sitting here watching people create their lives, their dream lives, watching them do the things that we want to do, as opposed to doing them ourselves. So you weren't meant to just watch somebody create their life or do life. And I think that is really affecting us, because we shouldn't even, I feel like it's almost like social media is a blessing and also a curse, because I don't feel like we should have that much insight into anybody's life that we don't know in person. If we don't know them in person, we should not know all that about them. But imagine, these are thousands of people we get to look at the things they do, look at the things they create, just 24/7 access to that. And our brains and our spirits and our bodies are just like, I'm getting sick of this because I need you to go do something, as opposed to watching people do it. So we're just consuming, scrolling, laughing, getting hit with traumatic news. Just, it's too much. And this is why I have to consistently fast, like from food, and delete apps. I deleted Instagram about a month ago, and I have not had the urge to get it back. And I just deleted my YouTube app so that I'm not watching YouTube videos all the time. And that is why I'm creating this video. I'm creating now because I'm not consuming so much. I do it all the time. If anybody knows me, Erica has left social media. Erica is I tell people I'm fasting, like, hey, I'm fasting today. I'm not eating. If someone's offering me something, I have a video coming out about alternate day fasting, which is something I love. But on another note, it's just like I have to take breaks all the time. And the way that I know is that my mind is scattered. I don't even know what thoughts are mine anymore, what thoughts are social media anymore. I don't know I can't decipher. It's too much going on in my mind. Another way I know that I need to take a break is that I'm becoming sensitive to silence. Like, I hate to be in silence. Like, something has to be playing in the background. I need to be on my phone while I'm getting ready. I need to be on my phone to do my makeup. I need my phone in the bathroom. Just crazy. Acting like you can't do nothing. Like, I can't do nothing without my phone or some type of stimulation. That's when I know it's time, because you're doing too much. And we have to know, when is it time to stop consuming? Just like our bodies tell us when it's time to stop eating. Whether you're full or whether you gaining weight and you got a bunch of weight on you, your body's going to tell you. But we need to know, when is it becoming a problem when we're consuming too much media, too much social media, too much content, too much technology. We need to know the signs, because I really truly believe this is what's causing all this discontent with our lives. Some forms of depression, I feel, is caused by social media. Anxiety, I definitely believe anxiety is one of the causes of one of the effects of having so much social media use, because you're learning about things that you don't even, if you was just living your life, you wouldn't even know about. It be stuff that I be seeing and learning about on social media, especially if you're on reels or shorts. You can't even choose what you're gonna be consuming because you're just scrolling. At least with YouTube, you can choose to click on the video you want to watch. But if you go to them YouTube shorts, you're going to be bombarded with information that you didn't even need, that you didn't even ask for. And it may be something that creates worry and anxiety in you that ain't got nothing to do with you. Nothing to do with you. If you needed to know, you would have found out. Your family would have called you. Your friends would have called you. You will see it somewhere. If it had something to do with you, you would find out. But the fact that somebody posted on social media, you went on your shorts and reels, now you all anxious about it. That's me. Anxious. And then I'm a mother too. So don't let it be nothing about some kids, something happening to kids. A kid got kidnapped. I'll be like, oh my gosh, like, it's just too much. It's too much. So we have to know, when is it time to delete the apps? Delete them, get away, get our brains back calibrated in a good homeostasis and a good balance. Because if we do not know the signs, we will just keep consuming. And just like with food, you're going to just destruct if you allow anything to rule over you. And what I suggest right now is that we find things that make us feel creative, and don't feel like you have to create things to put out into the world. They could best be things for you that are private, that nobody will ever see, just things to get you doing stuff, because that's what you were created and made to do, is create. I'll give you some ideas of things that I've done to create. I've started my YouTube channel. As you can see, I've been trying to make content that really gets me amped up, really thinking about ideas and wanting to bring them to light, wanting to bring the visions to reality. But that's one thing that is also a hard thing for me, because it also comes with judgment and putting it out there. And so that cannot be my only form of creation, because sometimes creating isn't meant for somebody to judge or to look at. Sometimes it's just for you and your loved ones and your close people, the people that are close to you. So also have a balance of things that you create. So the other things that I look to create are, I like to crochet. I love to crochet. I just started making a blanket. So if you love to crochet, that is a great way to create. My daughter will never not appreciate something that I make for her. I also do my hair. I just did my hair, which I'm going to make a video about that too. I just need to edit it. That is creative to me. I love to do my hair. I love to do my daughter's hair. I love just the process of it. It's very meditative. I like to think of the idea before I put it on my head or their head, and then just creating it and seeing that come to life. I don't know if you can see, I put like some brown highlights, and I was like dyeing the hair and like, oh, this color would look good with this. And so little stuff like that is part of creating. I also like to create my dream body, and that comes with working out. I love to say I want nice shoulders, so I'm gonna do some shoulder workouts. I want nice legs and a nice back, and trying to create that dream body that I can envision in my mind and put my energy towards that. It's also like a thing to join groups of people that like to do things that you do, because then you guys can talk, you guys can come up with ideas on what you want to do. I'm not real big on that. I don't be having time. I'm very introverted. But if I ever find something that I think I'll like a little event or something, I love it. I just went to an event it was like a dancing event, and it was called intuitive dancing. And while I'm not a dancer, I'm very big on like following my intuition. So it just sounded nice to me. And I met some great ladies in there, and we were dancing, and y'all probably like, what? But it was nice, and just being creative and not trying to be perfect. None of us were professional dancers. It was so fun. So when I see stuff like that, I try to make it work, or I try to go and do something. I love to, honestly, if you want to really know how to create, and I mean really know how to create, and you have some children or some nieces or some nephews, watch them. They are the ultimate creators. When I say my kids just make stuff, it's just all over the house. Drawings, them making little, like my daughter made this huge, like she found this piece of a box because we're getting our house remodeled. And she found this big piece of this box, just random, and she just drew color all these rainbow stripes on it. And it was just so so creative. And I was like, girl, that's cute. Like, we need to put that up in our homeschool. So we need to put that up in our homeschool area. It was just so random, but they just create. And with my children, the only way they do tap into that creative side is because I do not allow them to have tablets during the week, and I also limit their TV time to after 2 or 3 o'clock, and I only allow them to watch certain stuff. So during the week, they don't have a choice. They like, look, we're gonna be creative. My daughter, she's always being creative. My oldest daughter, she creates math. They just create. Even my son, who really wasn't like a big creator, I wouldn't say creator because he's always created. He loves Legos and things like that, but he just got into drawing, and he just saved up his money to buy this 60-pack case of markers. And I remember me and my husband were laughing because we have a video monitor in my 2-year-old's room, and we could see them in there because they were all in there for some reason, and they were just drawing together, and we was not trying to spy on them, but it was just wow, they're literally up just creating and just bonding over creating. And that's one thing I love, and I feel like it's a blessing about children, is they will get you to your true self, how you were made to be. And another way I love to almost just bask in creation, which I go into nature. I love being in nature. I love going to museums and just learning about history. And then when you learn and go to museums and see things about science and about history, even about Egypt. We went to a museum before and it was Egypt section, and just seeing the things they created, the stone tablets they carved in. It's just amazing what we are able to do when we stop consuming. If you're consuming, you have pent up energy. Fat is just pent up energy that has to be released. That is what fat is. It's potential energy sitting wherever it is, waiting for you to burn it up. So we have to balance out our consumption and our creation. And I made this video to say, you were created to create. We were created to create. Even no matter if you make money for it or not, you were created to create. All right, I hope you guys enjoyed this random video. I used my phone as opposed to my camera because I didn't have any my SD card, but I said I'm making this video. I don't care. I'm so inspired. So I hope you guys like it. I just didn't want to get all up in my head. But thanks, you guys. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.